great question. So from a technology perspective with trends, our company's focused on data privacy. So the trends right now is being able to figure out how do companies go from owning the data to now their customers owning their data, and how do they need to change their technology infrastructure and processes as it relates to DPDP and other compliance frameworks to be able to ensure that they're compliant. Yes, absolutely. I mean, part of their challenge right now is they don't know where all their data is. So they're trying to figure out how can they assess where their gaps are and where their risk is. So that's the biggest challenge for them, because a lot of companies haven't really embraced DPDP yet, but they now understand with the rules coming out that they are going to have to start moving forward with it. Well, I think part of the challenges they're having is cost, because compliance is a cost of doing business. So not everybody is signing up and saying, yeah, I want to go ahead and do this. So a part of that is just understanding the depth and the breadth of it, like we talked about with the gap and risk assessments, but it's also the cost to implement it. So it's infrastructure, that's software expenses, that's expenses to professional services of sorts. So those are the challenges that they have, that we're seeing. Great question. So a lot of companies have CISOs that are responsible for data privacy, but that's not an area that they're that familiar with, because CISOs are really dealing with data security. So think about data security as managing the perimeter and making sure nothing comes in. But data privacy is about managing the data inside the perimeter. So from a CISO perspective, part of their challenge is making sure that they understand what data privacy is and how to mitigate those risks. CTOs, a little bit different challenge they have, because remember I was mentioning before about how the data is now, that paradigm is shifted, right, from the companies owning the data to their customers owning the data. They now have to be able to understand how do you make that change? And then the other thing, it's a big challenge for CTOs, an opportunity, is implementing privacy by design, which basically means that you're taking privacy as a part of everything you do and incorporating it into your processes. Yes, absolutely. One of the things that we're also seeing from a trend perspective is we don't see a lot of data privacy officers, right? Most of it is in either the CISO organization, like you were asking before, or in the legal department, right? So what we're seeing now is a lot of companies are saying, you know what, this is a big deal, we got to address it. So they're putting together either the chief data officer, organization, or there's a new organization being spun up, basically called the data privacy officer. So that's one of the ways that companies are starting to put focus on it and such. So as a data privacy company, a part of what we do is come in is help them understand where are their gaps, where are their risks, and then what are their mitigation strategies to be able to, to implement and reduce those risks. Yeah, great question. So we are an artificial intelligence machine learning product company focusing on data privacy and synthetic fraud. So it's right in our wheelhouse. The big thing for us, though, is we want to make sure that we're doing it ethically, right? There's a lot of concerns out in the market, from the technology side of, our companies using it, ethically, right? So large language models, the ChatGPTs of the world, right, where it's pervasive and there's not a lot of guardrails around it. But everything that we build is hand coded and using our proprietary technology, excuse me, I say that 5 times fast, to ensure that we're using AI responsibly. So it's a big part of our product offering, and it helps be able to address all these things in an automated fashion versus a lot of companies that are doing some aspects of data privacy, they're doing it very manually today.